Yo, what's up, guys? Nico here. Hey, today I wanted to talk about something that I kind of remembered from my days in wrestling, and I think it's pretty applicable to recovery. Wrestling, as I've said before, was and is a huge part of my life. It really taught me self-discipline. I remember I had one coach, and he was super successful in wrestling for sure. In the wrestling world, he's definitely well known here in New Mexico. But he used to tell us as participants, he would share with us, hey guys, stack every chip that you can in your corner. So when you go to the match, you have the more likelihood of winning. Basically, the concept is raise the possibilities of you becoming successful. So I've kind of taken that and I've carried it with me since I stopped wrestling, and it's been something that I've always applied. One of the ways that he used to go ahead and describe it is that the amount that he would give us to do in our workouts was just the bare minimum. So minimum you need to do is 25 push-ups. Minimum you need to do is 25 burpees. Whatever the workout was, he would give us a number, and that was a bare minimum requirement. Now, if you're wanting to stack those chips inside of your corner, you do 5 extra more, 10 extra more. There's some individuals that would go until they were completely gassed out where they couldn't do it anymore. I took in this concept and I kind of tweaked it a little bit. When I started coaching high school wrestling, one of the things that I would say to the wrestlers is, you know what, we're going to do X amount of this workout, and then when they were done, let's do 5 for the haters. Because I have this concept, and it might be a flawed concept, but if you don't have haters, you're not doing something right. That's a whole different subject. But that's how I position it to the wrestlers that I coached. And that's how I want to position it to you guys. In active recovery and this recovery path, we all have different ways of coming about it. We all have different ways of recovering from an addictive lifestyle. But one thing that we all can do is a little bit more than what we're asked for, because it raises the possibilities of us being successful in our recovery. I've heard that they're in the NA program, in the rooms, I like saying the rooms better than the NA program, but in the rooms, one of the things that they ask newcomers to go ahead and do who are really struggling is to go ahead and do 90 meetings in 90 days. I believe that's the amount. If that's the amount that's being requested, then the way that we would go ahead and raise our possibilities to being successful in the program, in the rooms, in recovery, is not every day, but maybe 2 times a week, double down on those rooms. Double down on those meetings. Instead of just going to that one for the day to meet your minimum requirement, maybe squeeze in an extra one. Because that extra meeting might give you a little bit of a nugget, a golden nugget that sticks with you, that helps propel you forward in your recovery. If you're not choosing to go ahead and go through the NA program, that's fine. Like I said, I know there's different ways of recovery, but the concept is what I want to stress to you guys. So if you're going through a treatment center, then they have a program that they've created for you. They've had a breakdown of what you're going to go ahead and do. Sometimes that requires, taking a Suboxone or methadone medicine on a daily basis, and then weekly you have to go see a counselor. That's great, but that's a minimum requirement. The medicine portion of it, you need to stick to that, because medicine is no joke. Even with Suboxone and methadone, you could still overdose. But you know what else you can do? Is ask your counselor, hey, can we meet up one more time this week, this month? Is there some extra time that I can get with you? That's stacking some more chips in your corner. That's raising the possibilities of your success in recovery. Is going a little bit extra mile, the extra steps, than what is being requested of you. Guys, if recovery is important to you, then you know that you need to do everything possible to make it happen. And all I'm asking and all I'm suggesting is to raise the possibility of your success. For me, in my recovery path, again, I didn't use a facility, I didn't use the NA program, and I think they're wonderful avenues. But from my background and my personal belief systems, I laid all the chains that were holding me down at my higher power's feet, and I said, I can't do this anymore. I know that you're still around, I know that you still love me, but I can't do this anymore, so will you please help me? And I started creating a regimen of when I'd speak with my higher power. For me, it's praying. But instead of just praying in the morning for the day, I would also double down and I'd pray at my lunch. I'd also add in an extra prayer sometime throughout that week, because I wanted to raise the possibilities of my success. And eventually what it started turning into was praise, saying thank you, because I could see it happening. So my recovery was a lot more faith-based, guys. But even in a faith-based recovery, I still had to go ahead and apply this concept of stacking more chips in my corner so that my possibilities of being successful was raised. I can't stress this enough, guys, because it hurts me inside that people don't know these things. It hurt me that I didn't know these things. So I don't want you to go into this battle of trying to become a recovered human being, whatever recovery is to you, without knowing that there is options for you to increase your possibilities of success. Because I just want to see you successful. I'm not here to do recovery for you. I'm not here to make it happen or make it easier, but I am here to come alongside you and help guide you. Help guide you with some of the things that I had to learn. So, whatever path of recovery you're choosing, even if it's outside of those three that I just discussed, find a way to raise your possibility of success. Find a way to stack some more chips in your corner. Because the more chips that you have in your corner, the better when you have to actually get down in the dirty. Because life is going to happen. You're going to be faced with obstacles that will turn into an opportunity where you can either put another notch in your belt of recovery, hey, I made it through this too, or you're going to relapse. Going back to the first portion of our discussion today, guys, the individuals that would go and do the extra, the 5 for the haters, do the extra 3, 10, whatever it was on top of the minimum requirement, their likelihood in winning that wrestling match skyrocketed. I just want your likelihood to skyrocket for recovery. Because I can tell you this, there is joy in recovery. There is joy in a lifestyle where you're not bound by addiction anymore. There's some pleasures in it too, and I hope that you get to experience that. But shit, again, you're the main character of your story. You're the hero. Are you going to end this movie in success? Are you going to end this story of your life in success? Or is it going to be your horizontal 6 feet under? Everybody crying out here because you're gone. Or are you going to stack these chips in your corner so that you could survive and thrive? Learning how to stack these chips in my corner has helped me out. That's one of the reasons why I'm so proud to say it's okay to have no halo.